everyone, welcome to another installment of the Minimalism series. Like the title suggests, today I'm going to be showing you through my kitchen. For me, as someone who is constantly working from home and coming up with new recipes and all of that sort of thing, I spend a lot of time in the kitchen and I make a lot of mess in the kitchen. For me, it's an area of the house where I have to keep up with it constantly and I have to clean it out constantly just to make sure it's always looking the way that I want. It is a high traffic area, so you do need to take a bit more care with it, and you'll probably find that you have to go sorting through it more regularly. I also live in an apartment where the cupboards are quite small, so I have to work and put a lot of stuff in a small amount of space, so I'll show you guys the way that I get around those pokey little areas. If you do enjoy this video, I would love it so much and it would help me out a lot if you'd give it a big thumbs up for me. And if you do want to check out more minimalism videos, I have a whole series of them and they're linked in the description box. Let's jump into it. I would definitely say that one of the most difficult areas to keep your possessions minimal is the kitchen. It is such a used area that you do have to keep it under control and you do need to check it quite regularly. I'll start off with the cutlery drawer. I have one set of cutlery and then extra knives because I do need different knives for different jobs. The next drawer down I like to keep organised with some drawer storage unit containers. These are from Big W and it just keeps everything nice and neat. This is how you should not have a spice drawer. We're going to take the same sort of storage container units and we're going to pop them into that drawer, and then that'll keep the spices nice and organised. Now if we move over to the sink area, I think it's super important to keep your counters clear as often as possible. On one of the cupboard doors I set up some little racks with cling wrap, baking paper and aluminium foil. And then if we move over to the side, I have a little IKEA shelf which creates some extra storage room for me. Over to the right I have a basket from Big W, and that's just where my potatoes and my onions live, and then on the other door I have some little storage units as well. So the top one is just the box from the dishwasher tablets that I wrapped in contact paper. Then I got some little baskets from a homeware store and I attached them to the doors with command hanging strips, and that's for the bin bags and for some scrubbers for the sink. Utilising the door space will mean things aren't going to get too messy in the cupboard, and I love how much cleaner this is than it used to be. Before anyone asks, no, I'm not sure where I got that spice rack from. I did buy it online, so you can just Google concrete spice rack and you should be able to find one very similar. I got mine years ago. If we move over to above the fridge, this is Bo's medicine cabinet, so there's some containers from IKEA there, and that's just where he keeps all his tablets for his condition. In the freezer, we don't have too much, just some berries and some frozen vegetables, some ice packs and some soup. Clean your freezer out regularly, don't let it get out of control. In the fridge, I've just got all my areas set up, and I like to clean my fridge out once a week. This is going to be the best way to make sure that you're keeping on top of everything, and it's a great idea to add in some extra storage if you need it. So for example, for fruits that are going to roll around like oranges and lemons, I like to pop them in this extra little container. I found this one at Big W as well, and then I just slide that in and they're not going to roll around all over the place. Again, when it comes to benches, keep them as free as possible. The only appliance I keep out is the toaster, and then I also have my scales and mortar and pestle. We use these things pretty regularly, so they live there. We have some cupboards above, and now if you entertain regularly, you'll probably want more, but we don't tend to have too many people over, so 4 glasses of each kind is enough for us. That way things don't get too messy and I know exactly what should be where. We do have 2 sets of plates and bowls, and one is Bo's and one is mine, obviously. In the side cupboard you can see we don't have too much room, but that's where I've got some cooking utensils and mixing bowls. On the other side we've got the kettle, the blender, and then all our meal prep containers. These are great for making sure that your food is stored nice and neatly in the fridge as well. If there's a cupboard that's in an annoying spot, don't put things in it because you're not going to use them, or get rid of the things that you were going to put in there if you don't use them very often. This is an area that we definitely aren't minimal. It's our supplement shelf. We do have way too many supplements, and this is taking over the linen closet here because our cupboards in the kitchen are so tiny. As you can see, that is our pantry. In an ideal world, I would have shelves that would slide out of there, but I don't have them, so I have to use some pretty cool storage containers. I found these little containers from Target, and I really like them because they're clear, you can see what's in them, and they're stackable. My best tip for the pantry, especially if you have a small one like mine, is keep regular items right to the front. Keep all your canned goods together. I swear to God, I don't just have pineapple. That's just all that's focusing. But keep the similar items together. See, that's all my baking items on that shelf there. And then the very top shelf, which is quite out of the way, I have the items that I don't use regularly. I hope that inspired you guys to get cleaning in the kitchen. And also, if there's another minimalism series video that you'd want to see, let me know what it is, because I've had a few requests for like a clothing essentials type one, and then also requests for things like a bathroom one. I don't know, throw your suggestions at me and I will get filming. Don't forget, all of the rest of the series is linked in the description box, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!